Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm new here actually. Very first video, YouTube video. So bear with me. So as you can see, this channel is called Testimony Upon Testimony. So you're probably wondering what it's all about. I know it kind of gives it away, but I wanted to say basically this video is more to cover my spiritual journey from actually starting out, going to church, praying, actually believing that heaven exists. There's something in the back of my mind telling me that heaven exists, and actually people, when they die, they go there. Of course there's judgment and all that, but I always had a sense that I knew that heaven exists, even though my faith wasn't as strong back then. So I was born in Seychelles, and I left Seychelles when I was 17, and I went to the UK to pursue my studies, college, university, and all that. But when I was in Seychelles, I went to, I was born in a Catholic family, and we were going to church on Saturdays, Sundays, and I was always doing my prayer, and so I had the belief that there is a higher power, and I just did my prayers and I left it at that. So when I left Seychelles to go to the UK, I did a couple of courses, college and then uni, and that's where I actually met my husband. And my husband happens to be an atheist, and that kind of, in my mind, just put my spiritual journey on hold for a bit, because I was kind of trying to find out more about him, and in essence more about me as well. Spiritually, like, what do you do? Meet somebody who doesn't believe in any higher power, but you're interested in the person as well. So, but I also believe that God must have sent him to me for a reason. So there was that part as well. So I was kind of going along with it, and we are basically very much different. Back then he was my boyfriend, obviously, but now we're married. I'll get more into that afterwards, but just to give you a little bit of context, when we were just going out, he didn't really want to have kids, and because I was studying as well, and I said, okay, no kids for the time being. But when we got together, because we were together for a while studying and stuff, and we decided to get married in the UK as well. To fast forward a bit, after we got married, the topic about having kids came up again, and of course he didn't want any kids, so that was a bit difficult on me, because I come from a big family of 4 of us, 3 brothers and myself. So there was this period where for 11 years there was a constant struggle, asking him for a child. Even though I loved it, I still stayed with him. I always thought there was a purpose why I'm with him. After 11 years, finally he gave in and we had a child, and today is the best thing that ever happened to him. So, sometimes we don't know we need a blessing, but when we actually get the blessing, it all makes sense. But yeah, and he's a very good dad as well, so, anyways, that came to a point where, I got my first child, and obviously he got a bit bigger now, and then again, coming from a big family, I thought that he, have a son, he would need company as well. So there's this difficult conversation about having another child to keep the current child company, and of course it was a hard no, and that was another thing that I was going through with my husband, even though we're still together, even until now we're still together, but he he doesn't believe that we need another child because he's an only child himself. But this is the true reason why I really deepen my faith now, because I felt that this time was too much of a burden for me to carry, insisting to want another child and he doesn't want it, and then I'm doing it for my child. It puts you in a different, when you become a mother, and of course when you have many siblings and you know how fun it is when you have sisters or brothers, you can relate more. I suppose my husband can relate to that because he's an only child. Even though he could say, okay, having just being the only child is the best thing in the world. It's only you don't have to share your toys or something. But at the end of the day, my little one is a bit more open. He's a bit more like me, likes to make friends and go out there and experience things. So and you can tell that he misses company a lot. So I think that's what's really pushing me to really deepen my faith. Anyway, so this is a little background story why I got into my spiritual side of things. So like I said, before I met my husband, in the first few years after 11 years, maybe about 14 years I'm talking about, I've reached a point where I thought I wanted, not thought, but I wanted another child, and he's saying a straight no. And that's when my spiritual journey, kind of my faith, got a reset, I would say. I went deep into it. So basically, I decided to, another point that I thought of is my husband, so I went to a private school in Seychelles, and my husband didn't go to a private school. He's from a different country in Bulgaria, so he was fortunately he couldn't go to a private school. But of course, we both want the best for our son, and we want to send him to private school. So we've made a decision to do that, but one of the arguments why he doesn't want to have another child is because he's thinking we can't afford to send the other kid to private school as well. So that's when I went deep into my faith and kind of looking into things, because obviously the finance side of things, getting money to finance not just another child's tuition fee, but also private school fees. They're going very expensive, as people in the UK know. With the VAT changes that the government has introduced, everything's got much more expensive now. So I decided to really go deep into my faith, and I think that was God's way of kind of pulling me in, so that I can kind of reach for Him, if you like. So the way I went about it, the way my journey started really is, I started looking into manifestations and like becoming your most authentic side of yourself, where you attract goodness, attract good health, you attract money. And one of the manifestation experts is called Mendy. I'll put her details in my description, but yeah, she's a well-known motivation speaker. She speaks, and her husband Oliver I think it's called. They have various kind of coaching certification programs that they've set up as well. But Mendes is written a few books about manifestation. I think the last one is called The Promise. I haven't read it, but I've read the other books before The Promise came out. So there was all these talks about how you can reach that point where you meet your most authentic side of yourself, but you have to go through a transformation before you do that. Get rid of blockers and manifest anything you want in life. So back then, to be fair, I wasn't really sure the link between the universe and God and manifestations, but I think it was God actually sending me sending me the tools, or if you like, presenting that bridge so that I can get onto the bridge and meet him there, kind of a thing. So that was his way of saying, okay, you come through here, and we'll start our journey together. And I truly believe that's how it's all planned out. It's amazing. He's really, truly amazing. God, really, really, truly amazing that way. I mean, I've got more testimonies coming, but this is like, the more I think about it, the more I think of how, and that's the thing. Once you have a relationship with God, He starts giving you clarity about your life, which is like a big puzzle. And every day you get a piece of the puzzle, and then you place it together. Bits of the puzzle, place it together, and you actually get more ideas, but like more understanding of why certain things happen in a certain time in your life, and you actually appreciate it. In the moment when you were going through it, you wouldn't have known. You're just like, I don't know, that was so random. But that's another thing. The closer you get to God, the more clarity you get. And I would say that there's a whole load of information I'd like to give about, after I started tuning into Mendy's, motivation, manifestations method, and reading all her books, and her husband Olivier talking about, opening your third eye. This was something that I decided to look into. There's certain things that you do to open your third eye, and I thought initially I wasn't too sure. I was like, this sounds suspicious, as a lot of people would think or would fear doing something like that, because they say when you open your third eye, there's no going back. Actually, it's true. Now that I come to realize it is true, but it's for your own good, because you're trying to find your purpose in life. And when you open your third eye, it means you get clarity. And it's truly amazing, the whole journey about how after I've opened my third eye, my actual transformation that happened. You guys, I need to explain everything, and I'm gonna explain it in the next channel, in the next video, because it's I don't want to make this video too lengthy, because this is more of an introduction of my journey. But it's going to be very exciting. Some parts of it are, nice. It's been difficult. The transformation itself, there's a certain time during it where you actually go through certain things, and but I will kind of break it down so people can know. But just so you know, where I'm heading with this is, I've basically found out that I'm chosen as well to do a certain mission on Earth, and the whole transformation, how it happened, the dreams I was having, and the light that I saw while I was dreaming, and all of that. So many things to talk about, guys. But I want to explain everything properly. So the next video will have exactly that, where we go into this detail and we take it from there. Can I just say again, welcome to my channel, and I'm really excited to share my journey with you all. And yeah, love you so much. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of interaction on this channel, so I look forward to that as well. Other people's journey about how they became chosen, please share it, and of course all your testimonies as well. But like I said, there's going to be upcoming videos about my testimony as well as we go along. So thank you again, and I shall speak to you soon. Thank you.